Hook 000-015. 5 years ago, Christian Eriksen died on a football pitch. His heart stopped. Medics brought him back. And now, just days before the 2026 World Cup, it has happened again. Story setup 015-200. Here is what we know. Christian Eriksen, 33 years old, Danish legend, suffered a cardiac scare during a training session just days before Denmark's opening 2026 World Cup fixture. The incident happened without warning. Eriksen collapsed on the pitch. Medical staff responded immediately. He was taken to hospital. And the news coming out now is that he is, quote, doing well at home. Let that sink in. This is a man who flatlined at Euro 2020 in front of millions of viewers. His teammate Simon Kjær saved his life that day with quick CPR. He had a defibrillator implanted in his chest. Doctors cleared him to return. He came back and played elite football for Brentford, Manchester United, and his national team. He made it look like a miracle. Because it was. Now this. Another scare. Days before the biggest tournament in football history, a 48-team World Cup hosted across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Why does this matter beyond football? Because Eriksen is not just a player. He is a symbol of resilience, of second chances, of what modern medicine can do. And right now, every football fan on the planet is holding their breath. Denmark's World Cup campaign is suddenly in chaos. Their best creative player, their captain, their heartbeat, in the most literal sense, is at home instead of at the tournament. Analysis 200-500. Let us break this down properly. 3 stats you need to understand the full picture. First, Eriksen has 122 caps for Denmark. No other Danish player in history reads the game the way he does. In qualifying for this World Cup, he registered 7 assists and 4 goals in 10 appearances. He was not just important. He was irreplaceable. Second, Denmark's expected goals created through Eriksen's key passes in their last 15 international matches accounts for 38% of all their attacking build-up play. Strip him out, and Denmark become a defensive, reactive team with no creative engine. Third, cardiac events in professional athletes are more common than people realize. Studies show that roughly 1 in 50,000 athletes experience sudden cardiac arrest during competitive sport per year. Eriksen has now beaten those odds twice. His implanted cardioverter defibrillator is designed to shock the heart back into rhythm automatically. Medical sources suggest the device activated during this latest incident, which is exactly what it is supposed to do. That is actually a sign the system worked. Now here is where opinions divide sharply. Viewpoint 1. Eriksen should never have been allowed to continue his career after Euro 2020. Several cardiologists at the time said publicly that allowing an athlete with his condition to compete at elite level was reckless. The pressure on his heart during high-intensity matches creates risk that no defibrillator can fully eliminate. His family, his teammates, his nation, they should not have to live through this fear repeatedly. Protecting his life matters more than any World Cup. Viewpoint 2. Eriksen himself made this choice. He went through every medical protocol. He was cleared by multiple independent specialists. He fought to come back. Taking that right away from him would have been its own kind of tragedy. Athletes understand risk. Eriksen understood his risk better than anyone. His return inspired millions of people living with heart conditions to believe they could still pursue their dreams. That is not nothing. That is everything. Both viewpoints are valid. Both come from a place of genuine care. But the football question is now brutally simple. Denmark go into the 2026 World Cup without their most important player, and nobody on their roster can replicate what he provides. Predictions 500-700. Here is what I think happens next. And I am not sitting on the fence. Eriksen does not play in this World Cup. Full stop. No medical team on earth clears him to compete days after a cardiac episode at a tournament of this scale. Even if he recovers quickly, and the signs suggest he is stable. The protocol alone takes weeks. The emotional and physical reset required after an event like this cannot be rushed. He will watch from home. That is the right call. For Denmark, this is potentially catastrophic. They were already not favorites. They were a dark horse. A team that could grind out results and nick games through Eriksen's moments of brilliance. Without him they drop from dark horse to group stage exit risk. I am predicting Denmark fail to get out of their group. Their tactical identity evaporates without his passing range and vision. For the broader tournament, expect Eriksen's story to dominate coverage in the opening week regardless. Every broadcaster will run the Euro 2020 footage. Every pundit will debate his legacy. And rightly so. But I also expect something else. I expect Eriksen himself, within 48 hours, to release a statement saying he is okay. Because that is who he is. He has done this before. He will face the cameras, he will smile, and he will break everyone's heart all over again, in the best possible way. The World Cup goes on. Denmark stumbles. But Eriksen's story, that never ends on a low note. CTA outro 700-800. Here is the question I want you to answer in the comments right now. Should Christian Eriksen have been allowed to continue his professional career after Euro 2020? Yes or no? Tell me below. I read every single comment. If you are not subscribed to Soccer Vault yet, hit that button right now. We are dropping daily World Cup 2026 coverage every single day of this tournament. Breakdowns, predictions, player ratings, all of it. And stay tuned. Our next video covers something massive happening inside one of the tournament favorites that nobody is talking about yet. You do not want to miss it.